Okay, Autodesk, or I'm sorry, CAD class, computer aided drafting class. We are going to be working with Autodesk Revit again. We are going to be working on um, putting a roof, and somehow I closed it, putting a roof on the garage that we have been modeling. So I am, as you can see, I'm on, I suppose you can't tell, but this is my laptop, and I'm using Autodesk Revit 2021. Um, I haven't seen any differences, so whatever I tell you here, I think is going to work just fine with your Revit 2018 that you have on your desktops. So as soon as this comes up here, I'm going to open my garage and we're going to get rolling. So I'm going to be putting a roof on in this video and a floor in the next video. So here we have, come on. Here we have our garage. Now, everything that I've done in other videos, I've either done on the other computer or I didn't save. So I'm going to really quickly just go and put these walls in here, mainly because it will help me show you some things once we get the roof on. Okay, we don't even need the doors on this at this moment. So obviously you'd have your doors and your windows and your furniture and all that stuff in here, but that doesn't matter when it comes to the roof. So what we're going to do is on the architecture tab, go to the roof, and go to roof by footprint, and it asks you um, which level you want to be on. Okay, we're going to choose level 2, and I'm going to show you why. Um, as you can see over here, I've renamed one of my floor plan levels garage. All you have to do to rename that is right click, and it'll ask you to rename it. Over here, I can right click, and now they're grayed out right now because I'm in another mode. If I go there, I can right click, and it'll allow me to rename this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and rename this my roof. So, and I renamed the garage the same way. Right clicked it, went to rename, and it was level 1. I called it garage. Here's what we're doing. If I look at one of my elevations, you can see my garage level is at 0 feet 0 inches, and my roof level is at 10 feet 0 inches. So we have a little bit of a problem. So it's a good thing I came to this view. My walls I drew at 20 feet instead of 10 feet. So I really want to put my roof on this. My roof will go on this level at 10 feet. I don't want 10 feet of wall sticking up through my roof. So I'm gonna have to come back and I can just go to my regular garage view and I can click, see this one is a different kind of wall, right? That's my wall number 2. The rest of these should be wall number 1. And they are. So any one that is the same wall type, I can just press Control, hold it down while I click all these. And then I can come right here and you can see my wall is 20 feet tall. Change that to 10, apply. And they changed. Now you don't know they changed. Over here, I think I've shown you in the past how to get a 3D view up there. I just go to View. And again, mine didn't stay in there because I didn't save it. And you can see I just lowered those walls to 10 feet. And I can click this wall, and I can do the same with that. So now they're all the right size. And if I come down to one of my elevations, you'll see you'll see that they are at the proper height. Okay, so now we're going to go back to our properly named level, roof level. And I'm going to go back and do this again. Go to my architecture tab, roof, roof by footprint. And this is where I was at before when I wanted to change those names. And because I'm in this command, it gives us this little green check mark and this red X, and it puts us in the modify tab here. It wants us to build our roof and then go okay. I have it. And because I wasn't okay, I hit my red X and got out of the command. So right now, you can see over here, the first thing we have to decide is how much of an overhang past our building walls do we want our roof to hang. And most buildings have some overhang. It varies from 6 inches. Well, no, some buildings have no overhang, but most residential buildings have some overhang. Usually between 6 inches and a foot and a half, or a couple feet even. can be your overhang. I'm going to do 16 inches, 1 foot, 4 inches. So our roof will come out past our wall. Okay. And as you can see right now, we have defined slope. So I'm going to go ahead. Once I do that, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to see that little dotted line. We want it on the outside and click. And then it gives us this little thing. So this is our rise over run. So for every 12 inches we go horizontally this way, our roof will go up 9 inches. So that's a pretty steep sloped roof. So we're going to go ahead and change that to 6. Okay. Then click out of it, come here, change that to 6. Out of it, here, change that to 6. And the last one. Okay. So now, what these mean is we're going to have a slope. We're going to have a flat area going up at a 6/12 pitch on all 4 sides. It's going to give us a certain kind of roof. I'm going to go ahead and hit my check mark. I'm going to say, and it's asking me now, do I want the highlighted walls, which is all my walls, to attach to this roof? And I'm going to say don't, because I want to show you this later. And then I'm going to go down and look at it in my 3D view so you can see what's going on. So the roof is there, see? Now I don't have any doors on my front or anything of that nature, but we're going to go ahead and go with a realistic look here so you can determine what's there. So that is what we call a hip roof, where we have a ridge on all 4 corners and then a top ridge, and then there's 4 sloped faces. So let's say I'm like, oops, I didn't want that. I want a gable roof, and I'll show you what a gable roof is. We can go back and we can change this roof. I just click on it, and then I go edit footprint, and I'm in the wrong view. So I'm going to go back. It's a lot easier to do this out of my, on my roof. And then I can click this wall right here, and I'm going to see how I still have my pitch. That little check mark that says define slope, if we uncheck it, I no longer have a pitch on that. And over here, I uncheck it, and I no longer have a pitch on that. This will create what we call a gable roof, a different kind of roof. So I'm going to go ahead and go there. I don't want to attach my walls because I want to show you what that means. I'm going to come down here in my 3D view, and you see how there's no pitch on this end? This is a very typical roof type as well. Both the 2 roof types I've shown you are like this. Just follow the instructions on which one I want on the garage. So one thing you could do, if you would have said yes, attach walls, all of these walls, this one and all these interior walls and the other wall would have connected to this roof, and I'll show you how that works. So you can also do it if I click the wall, and it says right here, attach top base or detach. So I'm going to attach that wall to that entity. You see how it put the wall right up there? You want that on a gable roof. And then I can come over here and I can click this one and attach to my roof. Oops, to my roof, like that. So now my interior walls are not attached, and usually you don't want your interior walls attached to your roof unless there's special circumstances. That's why I didn't attach them. If I would have hit attach all highlighted walls, they all would have attached. I would have had to go in there and unhighlight the ones I didn't want to attach. Sometimes it's easier just to attach the outside ones. It just depends. So anyway, that's how you do it. If I want to detach that wall, I highlight it, hit my detach, and then I got to hit my roof again and see how it detached. I'm going to go ahead and reattach it because I want it attached. Come on. There we go. So that's how you put a roof on. Now, the only thing I'm going to need to show you is just like walls and just like it'll be with a floor, I'm going to click that roof and it's telling me I have a basic roof, generic 12-inch. And if I hit edit, just like with my walls, I can come right here and I can put elements in here. My structural part, this is the size of my rafters. It's going to be structure, and I'm going to go ahead and fill this out like I want. This is what your roof is going to have as its elements. So we're going to go down to structure, joist rafter layer, and hit OK. And we're going to go 11 0.25 inches and 0 feet. So it's not quite a foot thick. Your rafters aren't. Hit OK. Oh, I shouldn't have hit OK. I should have just gone here and said insert, and we want to go up, up, up. And we want a substrate layer. That's usually sheathing, right? If we come down, we're going to go to plywood sheathing right there. We're going to go 1/2 an inch. We're going to insert another layer right above it. That's going to be a membrane layer. Now the problem with this, it would be usually be tar paper is the traditional thing you put under your shingles. They have other fancier things you can put under them now. I don't have any of those things in here right now, and I don't want to take the time to make a specialty one. I want you guys just for right now, put vapor retarder. If I decide we're going to change that, we'll go through that together as a class. And it'll be 0. It's nominal. It's very, very thin. And above that, we're going to put our finish layer. And it's going to be asphalt shingles, which is what many, 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 if not most houses have today, at least around here. Asphalt shingle, and they're going to be 1/4 inch thick on average. Okay. So those are the elements. There's nothing underneath it at this point. Well, we're just going to leave that blank for now. Okay. So now when I click off of it, if I come down here and I go to a realistic view, which I'm already in, and I go to medium, as you can see, it looks like asphalt shingles when I get in there close. Okay. So that's what I want you to do to put on a roof. The next video will be putting in a floor. All right.